that on the Big 12. Next, though, we'll go to Oklahoma. Oklahoma, man, oh man, they fired their offensive coordinator last season. Again, very unjustly fired their offensive coordinator. You can say whatever you want about the statistics. What am I supposed to do when my top receivers are hard? But they bring in an offensive coordinator from Washington State, which is actually a smart move because he comes over with John Mateer, who was his quarterback last year, who John Mateer had an amazing year last year. So smart move by Brett Venables. They're coming off a 6-7, 2-6 season where they lost the Armed Forces Bowl to Navy. Bro, they could not stop Navy's triple option. Like Navy, I think Navy had to go for a goal for a win, like a drive to win the game, and they busted a huge runoff break. So, or maybe it was to ice the game. Either way, they broke.
It was a game seller.
Yeah. But they returned 12 starters. Oklahoma does 6 on offense, 6 on defense. They returned Javonte Barnes, a running back with 122 carries, 577 yards, 4-7 a carry, 5 touchdowns. And they returned all 5 of their O linemen, which is huge for Oklahoma. They returned Kip Lewis, a linebacker who had 63 total tackles, 33 solos, a pass breakup, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. Returned Robert Spears Jennings, a safety, at 66 total tackles, 43 solos, 2.5 sacks. Pass breakup, interception, 4 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. R. Mason Thomas, who I like a ton, he showed up big time in the game against Tennessee. Defensive lineman, 27 total tackles, 13 solos, 9 sacks, pass breakup, forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and a scoop and score touchdown. He actually showed up huge in the game against Tulane, too. He actually was one of the reasons they were able to escape that Tulane game. Return Jaden Jackson, defensive lineman, 30 total tackles, 10 solos, 2 sacks, and a pass breakup. Dominic Williams, a defensive lineman who had 36 total tackles, 13 solos, a sack, and a forced fumble. Eli Bowen, a cornerback who had 29 total tackles, 23 solos, 4 pass breakups, and interception. Now, again, they lose Jackson Arnold. I already talked about him, who went to the Auburn. They lost my guy, Stutzman, Danny Stutzman, linebacker, who's currently on the Saints. 110 total tackles, 44 solos, and a sack. All he want to do is tackle. He don't want nothing else. No picks, no pass breakups, nothing. I'm just here to hit people. Billy Bowman Jr., another one of my guys. I hate he on the ops. He on the Bengals, but he's a safety. He had 55 total tackles, 34. No, he on the Falcons. I keep confusing him for some reason. 55 total tackles, 34 solos, 3 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and a scoop and score touchdown. Ethan Downs, the edge rusher currently on the Jags, 29 total tackles, 21 solos, 3 sacks, 2 pass breakups, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. 17th overall recruiting class. 12th in transfers. I know Oklahoma fans are going to kill me for this. Whatever. Talk to me about Oklahoma, Joe.
No, Oklahoma last year, one of the best defenses in the SEC, and they brought back 10 out of 11 starters. You know what I mean? So I mean, they had a really good defense. Defense was their stronghold last year.
They didn't bring back 10 starters. They lost. They lost Stutzman and Billy Bowman off the break.
Sorry. 10 of their, I'm gonna say this. Sorry, 10 of their 11 starters were here last year. 10 of their 11 starters.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. People that starting this year were there.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, sorry, they got one transfer from this year, one of the DNs. But
Junior from Florida State.
Yeah, but and then like you said, they brought 5. All they starting offensive line is pretty huge, and they went and got a new quarterback. So and he had a last year,
he had a great year.
Yeah, he's pretty good last year. So that could change everything for Oklahoma if he's good this year. So we'll see. Basically.
The man can run. John Mateer, man, strong arm, can run the football tremendously, very dynamic. You bring over Jaden Ott, who's I've been raving about since his freshman year at Cal. Great running back, but defense loses a lot. Now, again, a lot of the guys are back, but Stutzman and Billy Bowman are 2 huge losses. R. Mason Thomas is a huge get, though. That's a huge keep. Marvin Jones Jr. came in super hyped up last year for Florida State, coming over from Georgia. Underperformed. Now, he will be, again, alongside R. Mason Jr., which will be very big for him. But receiver core is really my question. I know they bring in Santanga from Arkansas. The receivers is my question. They got Deion Burks coming back, and I like Deion Burks from Purdue. But How will he fare in this new offense? I don't know. Is he able to stay healthy? I don't know. They lose so many receivers, even though Nick Anderson gone, Jalil Farouk went to Maryland. I think Andrew Anthony gone. So even though you had six receivers gone last year, those guys they're not coming back. You have to replace them. And I know Mateer didn't have that many guys at Washington State. He had, I think, Carlos. He had Kyle Williams and Chris Hudson. But that's three guys compared to Isaiah Santanga and Deion Burks.
Hmm.
That's it's a little different. Um, I don't know how well this Oklahoma offense will. I don't know how well Oklahoma's going to be, and then they have a tough schedule. They play
They
a lot of
do.
teams that I'm high on. They play Ole Miss. I'm high on. They play
They
South
got a tough stretch.
they have a tough schedule. There's no breaks in the schedule. Like their non-con isn't good, but that's SEC regular. Their conference schedule: LSU, Bama, Tennessee, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Texas, Auburn. And if you want to
Yeah.
throw in there, you can throw in there Mizzou. You higher on Mizzou than me, but their
Yeah.
SEC schedule is tough. So
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think the record will reflect. Well, at least my record will reflect how good or how bad Oklahoma is. I think it will reflect how tough their schedule is.
Mhm. And this is big for them too, because they went 6-7 last year, and they haven't had like the last 3 years they had two losing seasons, and before that they haven't had one since 1998. So like it's a lot of pressure for them to have at least a winning record. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
man, Brent
So
Venables, he might be on the hot seat. He's definitely
yeah.
gonna be on the hot seat after my season. But so Oklahoma was 113th for total offense last year, 19th for total defense, 119th for passing, 76th in rushing, 96th in scoring. Offense, 43rd in passing defense, 24th in rushing defense, and 29th in scoring defense. If you're ready, we can get into the schedule.
Just kidding.
Illinois State, I have as a win.
I do too.
No bias. Michigan, I have as a win. The only reason why
Ooh.
I have this as a
I,
win is one, because it's in Norman, and two, Michigan yet again has another quarterback controversy. One being a freshman, so this will probably be his biggest game ever, or Davis Warren or Mikey King. Give me Oklahoma.
I have Oklahoma too. I thought you was gonna put your I'm not saying you being biased, but I had a feeling gonna be like you're gonna be surprised. I got Michigan.
Nah, I got Oklahoma. It's because it's on the road for Michigan and that quarterback controversy. They didn't even name a starter yet, which is kind of scary to me. Um, Next at Temple, I have as a win.
Same.
Then I have a loss at home against
Remember,
Auburn.
I got that as a W.
Yep. A win against Kent State. Kent State went 0-12 last year. I don't know what their schedule look like. I hope they don't go 0-12 this year. Kenny Burns is gone.
Yeah, I
Um,
got that as a W.
Red River rivalry week 5 in Dallas. I have a loss.
Yeah, we know what happened last time we had our game. Lost.
Hey, for some reason though, Oklahoma right there because the Red River rivalry. They be right there.
I mean,
Next
last
game.
time we talked about the rivalry.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
It,
right. Last
it,
year was a blowout.
it
That was
wasn't no
2 years
rivalry.
ago.
I mean,
Yeah, 2 years ago
that
during
was
the game.
last year though.
Yeah. Next game at South Carolina loss.
I got it as a loss too.
Next game at home against Ole Miss loss.
I do too.
Next game on the road against Tennessee. I have this as a win.
Okay, I do too.
Next game at Alabama, I have as a loss.
A loss.
Next game at home against Mizzou, I have as a loss. I think you
I
guys
knew it. I was wondering because yeah, I got this as a W on Mizzou.
and the last game at home against LSU, I have as a loss.
I do too.
So I have
Which,
Oklahoma going 5-7, 1-7.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
again, it's not, I don't think that is indicative of how bad Oklahoma is. I think it's just a tough SEC schedule. You're just not
mhm.
that good.
Yeah, I got 7-5, 3-5 conference play. I'm surprised you got them losing to Missouri. I thought you would pick them over Missouri, but I know you. So we differ from Missouri and yeah, hold on. Yeah, Missouri and Auburn.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I have that right. Yeah. Um. Honestly, this is more of a. They would be 5-5 at the time, so there is motivation to win a bowl game. But I think Mizzou would also be that around that time. I don't know. That's just one of those toss-up games. I think I just
Mhm.
went with a loss. loss. I think it's a toss up to me, and I just went with a loss. So that's
Yeah, you got
definitely one of those I could switch back. But
even if you take that, it's still the under.
yeah, I have the under either way, under 7.5.
Yeah, I got the over.
But they make a bowl game if I switch it, and if I switch it, they make a bowl game, and I
Mizzou
think
probably miss it.
Mizzou doesn't. They don't. If I change that, I don't know. I I'm gonna leave it, but I am looking back. I probably should have switched that one, but I'm gonna leave it though. I'm gonna go with my first guy. Shout out my boy Dave. Dang 1 a.m. Y'all on. Yeah, we went on after unfazed. I'm surprised you up. Shout out to you, my boy. He said
Yeah, we
Auburn
still
out here
here.
claiming random championships. Yeah, I don't get how that works, but hey, it is what it is. They said that I think King Dunlap said on the Raw Room podcast that shout out to them by the way that they made rings for that '04 Auburn team, and in that ring they put national champs on it, even though they didn't play for Natty
Oh my
because they
god.
felt like they got robbed. Which I mean, y'all did go undefeated, but so did LSU and so did USC. But I don't know.
And so did Florida State the other year.
So yeah, but Florida State wasn't out here putting college football playoff champs.
They were crying though.
But I 100% agree with them crying, but they didn't put it on a ring that they were national champions.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. Shout out to you, though, Dave. So, next.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.